Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you're joining me from. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. I'm going to have to try to move over a little bit, man, so I don't know what's going on with this light. Shout out to the MTZ crew. There we go. I see Jacob Tanjay on here. I see Michael Beach of Life. Thank y'all so much. I was going to uh, do my theme song, but hell, it's buffering on me over here. Shout out to my old heads, K Dallas, retired 19. There's Eric. Yes, buffering on me. Sam McCall, Jeffrey Tad, I know you on here. Any new viewers and subscribers? Join us for the first time. Thank y'all so much. And shout out to the replay squad. Michael Beach of Life calling the replay squad. Today we're going to talk about the real nemesis of long distance relationships. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to get your input on it too. And whatever you want to talk about, put it over here. But first, I just want to say the peso is 55.42. It's staying pat, Michael Beach of Life. It hasn't gone back up to 57 or whatever it is. If Terry says, I'm there, for 27 days or in 27 days. But it was headed toward 50. It was over 57 for a while. And also, I've opened up my YouTube membership. And a lot of people are saying, well, why now? And it's because I think my reputation is set. I think people know I'm legit. And, the YouTube membership's been around since 2018. It's just another way for you to show your support for me, because I'm going to tell you something. YouTube is really trying to delete small channels like me. See, my goal is to have 500 members, because that'll offset this algorithm. See, anybody doesn't know the algorithm, it just measures and crunches numbers and criteria and variables, but it doesn't have any feeling. See, it doesn't really know how important channels like mine and others are. It doesn't know the true value of it. I always bring up the guy Tony, him and his wife Joanne. They came to the meet and greet. He came from Oslav, Cebu. You don't think that's a long way to come to Angeles City just to meet me? But he's just one of thousands of people. Tells me the effect that my channel has on him. See, the algorithm can't measure that. Okay? And, W Secret to Success, he's a good friend of mine. And I value his input. He said, Calvin, people, they're going to push back on their subscription. He said, freeloaders, they're not going to want to pay. I said, okay, that's fine. But they don't understand that YouTube is not free. Facebook is not free, guys. Okay? If you think it is, and any of those other social media platforms you belong to, they're certainly not free. If you were given the choice to pay $9.99 or whatever it is to have Facebook, but that's it, they can't sell your information, your habits, your tendencies, who you hang around, where you shop, and all of that, you'd be good to do that. You'd be smart to do that. But it's not free, guys. But I know the value of my channel. And it's just getting to the point, man, where YouTube is basically trying to wipe me out, really. It's almost getting to the point where it's not even worth it. But the channel's bigger than that. You're talking about, I've got 52,000 subscribers. You're talking about less than 1%. If you join this membership, we can get rid of all that. You ain't have to do any super chats or anything like that. Because you always got guys who say, oh, they're e-beggars. Those are fools, because they think that YouTube and social media is free, but it's not. But if you're interested in like the previews of my new videos, member-only content, member-only live chats, one-on-one consultation every month for 30 minutes. It's just a lot of perks that come along with that, man. Just go ahead and, join. If not, you don't have to do it. But I started it because, like I said, the timing is right. The video that I did yesterday, when I said, I'm warning guys, don't bring single guys around. They're women, right? It wasn't about me, but it really was. It's about us, okay? And I'm just letting you know that the next pets, Jacob Sanjay said the next pets are over there. And they really are, man. They want your woman. They don't want to go out and get their own woman. Hey, retired 2019, thank you, brother, for becoming a member. And I'm just telling you to keep your guard up, because I was telling W Secret Success today, when we come over here, we let our guard down, guys, on a lot of things. And because we take it for granted that we're okay, we let people into our lives, we don't vet them, we invite them into our homes, we don't vet them. And sometimes it could be the wrong people. Believe it or not, man, you think I'm playing. I should have did it before. Thanks for that super sticker, by the way, W Secrets of Success. Until I got on here, but there's a comment that was made the day before I went to Englishman City. And it was so weird, I thought at first. He said, Calvin, before you go up there, you may need to, he said, have you ever thought about getting security? And I'm like, security? What do I need security for? But, what happens is we let our guard down. We think we're safe everywhere we go. But there's fools out there, I don't need security. If I ever need security, I'll leave the Philippines. But, the incident that happened, you can keep people at bay like that. But I thought it was strange when he said that. But he makes a great point. We let our guard down over here, man. But I want to thank everybody again for coming over there to that meet and greet. It really turned out good. But let's talk about the real nemesis of long distance relationships. Y'all know me. I'm against long distance relationships. It's a form of torture. But if you're in a long distance relationship, really we're all in a long distance relationship. If you're dealing with a Filipino, if you're married to a Filipino, you're in a long distance relationship, because at any time she could go back home or you could go back home. You live so far from each other, if you want to be technical. But the number one reason, the number one nemesis, because I'm going to give you like 6 of them. It's Jody, since in going home, Jody got your girl and gone. And Jane, men and women who get in between the long distance relationship. They make up the distance because you get lonely, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something. When I went back to the Philippines, I filled out the visa forms for my wife and my son, and we're waiting through that process. I'm just minding my own business, and I end up meeting a woman from Cuba. Okay? Now, had I not already started the process, things could be a whole lot different right now. I'd probably be with that woman from Cuba. But I'd already started the process, and she got angry with me because she was cleaning my house and she found the papers up in I had something like this, but she found it up there. It was actually a closet, and she asked me about it, but she still stayed with me. We was together for 2 years. Angelo Yusuf Habib said, Calvin, I didn't know Tom Young had anything against you. He doesn't really. It's all manufactured. People need videos, and, it's just a way that he wants to make videos, guys. Okay? He says, how did it feel when Troll showed up? It didn't feel anything. I knew why he was there. He sent his camera crew before he got there, but it's nothing there, guys. Let's move on from that. I mean, if he really had a problem with me, then I was there. That's all I'm saying. I mean, there was a better chance than any. Because there's no telling when I'll be up there again. I think we're going up there when my buddy. Okay. Yeah, when my buddy Sammy Davis opens up his club. It's called, what's that called, hon? Is it called Sport Time? I think it's called Sport Time. Y'all support him if you're up there, if you're going up there. But no, guys, that's nothing. Imagine half the people in that meet and greet were on vacation, man. You don't come over here for that. I didn't come over here for it. See, it's an edited video, so he didn't show. The reason I sat down is because they weren't serving my food. Of course, they're not going to show that. But yeah, guys, it's time to move on. That's petty. Nobody comes over here for that. But that's the number one nemesis, really. She's either over here and going to meet somebody, because I've seen it, man. Right here in St. Carlos City. The guy comes over here, okay, it doesn't matter. He brings the engagement ring. They take all the pictures on the horse and everything. He goes back. He's doing the visa work. And I'll be damned if she don't start fooling with a man over here and they done fell in love. And she's, I don't know if she's told the guy over there that it's over or what. He probably doesn't even have any idea, right? And it's a shame. But that's what happens. That's the number one thing. The number two real nemesis along this relationship is the distance, man. When you have a relationship with a Filipino, it's a long distance relationship, guys. It's too far to even be serious about it. It's too far to you. You can't trust people being that far away. I mean, it's just too far. I mean, people will laugh at you. That's why I always tell people, look, man, if you're in a long distance relationship with a Filipino, don't tell nobody. Because it really makes you look silly, man. It's really ridiculous to say, oh, I got a girlfriend that I'm dealing with 8,000 miles away. I'm talking about on the other side of the earth, of the planet. It's not like you're in Indianapolis and I'm in Cleveland. That's a long distance relationship. Or she's in Manila and you're in Dumaguete. It can't even be considered a long distance relationship. You can't take that serious, guys. Don't do it to yourself. But that's the second real nemesis, distance. Hell, I wouldn't tell anybody that I'm in a long distance relationship with a woman over here. I mean, it'd be embarrassing, man. So be careful, guys, about that. Philip Massey, he says, single guys look to poach another man's girl in the Philippines. Wow. How lazy can there be? There are probably 100 girls for every guy there. I say 10,000. And people think that, oh, you're exaggerating. No, it's not. Okay, let me tell you something, man. Since Sunshine Shoulders is kind of blown up, man, I don't even look women in the eye anymore. I don't even give them eye contact, especially here in St. Carlos City. I'm like a celebrity here, man. And, I do it out of respect to Maryland, and I do it out of respect to the women. Because when you see that look in their eye, you know what's going on. But it's about 10,000 to 1. And, I went to the grocery store yesterday. And see, if you go on my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page, they got an algorithm too on Facebook. And it breaks everything down. 62% of my like 12,000 something members are women. And half of them are from St. Carlos City, like 6,000 or something. So I'm in the store yesterday, and every last woman that came in there knew me, man. And I'm like, wow. They want to take a picture. They want to give me the fist bump. So no, it's more than 100. But yeah, you're right. But it's not that. It's just that, yeah, they are lazy. But here's the thing. They think that because you got her, they can have her. And your woman you got looks better than the one they've got. Or whatever it is. Okay. I really don't know why they do it, but they do it. Because, I mean, I've got guys that's been following me for years, man. You know, when that dreamer thing came up, man, they were really trying to hit at Merlin. But I really wasn't talking about me. I was talking about us because it'll happen if you got a nice looking woman over here. There's any type of age gap situation going on. Okay. You're going to run into that if you bring single men around. And because especially if you're doing dirt with them, they're going to dry snitch. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. He said, and this is a good point you bring up, really. He said, single expats are looking for a woman already vetted. See, that's a great point. He says, if she leaves her man for you, she'll leave you too. Yeah. But it's a true fact of what's going on, guys, because some of these relationships some of these age gap relationships are ridiculous. I mean, really ridiculous. 50, 60-year age gap, and the woman's attractive, and, you know, the man tries to slide in and get that. And he said, poaching is easier than hunting. It is. It's crazy. But yeah, okay, the distance. Okay, the third nemesis of a long distance relationship, because I don't deal with them. I've never went longer than 2 months, and that's only because that was in the beginning. I didn't know any better. The pain and misery of being apart and not sure when you're going to see each other again. You start missing each other, man. And, you know, you've already consummated the relationship. You're already bonded, man. And now all of a sudden, you have to get on that plane and go all the way back over there. And you know all the time, expense, and effort that it took to get over here. Now you got to go all the way back home. You know, I'm talking about when you're with women over here, man, let me tell you something. You're going to be on a honeymoon, man, of honeymoons. They're going to spoil you. Every day you wake up, man, it's like, wow. And then you're going to wake up and she's not going to be there. He's not going to be there. And, man, your mind's going to start playing tricks on you, man. I wouldn't put myself through it, but I'm telling you, the pain and misery of being apart, not sure when you're coming back. Because my buddy, man, Quentin, it seemed like yesterday he was here, man. He was here in March with his woman. I think he stayed here for 10 days. And now here it is, okay, November the 30th. Friday is December the 1st. He still hasn't come back. Man, I know he misses that woman, man. I mean, really, I hung out with him. I went to dinner with him. He misses her. Craig Anthony said, Cal, I found that American men feel they can move in on a foreign woman when she is with an American. It's a mentality they have about foreigners. Yeah, that's what I'm saying on the video. It's true. We think when we come over here, we can have any Filipina. We can't, man. We can't have any Filipina. Some of these women, you know, most of these women, they're not stupid, okay? They know when they've got a good thing, they're not going to risk it. The point I'm trying to make, thanks Kenneth Horton, man. He said Kenneth Horton became a YouTube member. I appreciate it, guys. You know, y'all don't realize, man, how important this is for my channel. Because YouTube is trying to wipe channels like mine off the map. You know, it's just how it is. They can't measure what this channel really means, the value that it provides. They can't measure that. They're just crunching numbers and all of that. But thank you, brother. But yeah, it's that's how it is. It's like we think that every Filipina can be ours, which is only really a small percentage. I mean, it's enough where you can come over here. You're not going to have a problem finding a woman. You know, people call it, they say, hey, you know, they're like W Secret Success calls it a lottery ticket, and it's literally what it is. Okay? He says, Cal, it's not every day they see a winning lottery walking around in the grocery store. Yeah, see, they don't understand. That's really how it is with us. But instead of me, just shooting my shot somewhere else, they want what you got. Because like the guy said, you've already vetted her, you've already broken her in. But I'm with it. I mean, who? He says, we all somebody sloppy seconds. But not that sloppy like that. Yeah, Lilibeth Tate Channel's in the house. Welcome, Lilibeth. She's been hanging around for a while. We need to give her more support. But people don't care. A lot of times they're not even here for a long time. And they'll just do it just to see if they can do it. He said he wouldn't even know what to do with a 20-something woman that's 3 decades ago. Yeah, but I tell you what, she'll certainly know what to do. Okay? Hey, Moments with Mitch, man, I hope you're doing well too, brother. I know you told me that you had been under the weather. Brian Chase said, all you fellas who have someone and you really care, yeah. That's all of you fellas who better beware. Yeah, somebody's out to get your lady. That's right. That's straight from the backstabbers, but it's true. It's not just me. I wasn't just talking about me. Don't let your guard down over here, guys, because if you do, you may lose the thing you done spent all that time and investment in. But he may have more money than you. He may be able to stay over here when you can't stay over here. She may be playing, both ends against the middle. But the next real nemesis of that long distance relationship is no intimacy. Okay, now you've been, like I said, every day you are on a honeymoon over here. They're going to do anything, everything, whenever you want it. They're going to spoil you. They're going to literally bend over backwards for you. Okay? And now all of a sudden, it's gone. I mean, it's like you're at the best restaurant, that you could ever have. Now all of a sudden you're starving. That's a tough pill to swallow, guys. No intimacy. You've gotten used to it because see, now you're over there. You're used to being alone. Then you come over here. She breaks that spell. She breaks it. And she's feeding you your favorite everything. Now all of a sudden it's over. You wake up, man, it's December over there because that's what Tony was talking about. I ain't picking on you, Tony, man. You're a good guy. And we're going to see you and Joanne before you leave. He was talking about, he's from London, and he was talking about, man, going back in late December. And he's like, man, it's going to be cold, and it's going to be a wake-up call, man. I wouldn't put myself through it. I would wait, man, until I'm settled. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. Wow. It's torture as far as I'm concerned. I would just wait, man, until I'm able to make that real commitment. Yeah, I would do that, man. Because, hey, Craig Anthony, thank you, brother, for your support. It means a lot, man. Yeah, I would wait, man, because it's torture, guys. I'm telling you right now. Hey, I appreciate it. He said stop by to show some support. See, really the only antidote for the long-distance relationship is a short-distance relationship. It's literally 6 inches between me and Marilyn when we're in that bed. That's the only antidote for it. Other than that, man, you're putting yourself through that pain and misery. I wouldn't do it. He said, Al Rogan says, yeah, colder than a well digger's ass here. My last winter in this bitch. Yeah, that's one reason I'm here, man, and I don't want to go back, not around this time. As you get older, I don't care what you say, man, that cold weather, and you can look it up if you don't believe me. It's hard on your bones, man. Now, then he makes a good point here. He says, Calvin got me thinking. I want to be the first and only foreigner. I've done a couple of videos on that. They want the same thing. And Michael Beecher Life says it right here. He said, the Filipino wants the same. They want to be your first and only. She wants to teach you your first Messiah word, or she wants to cook you your first Filipino meal, and she wants to be the one to take you around and show you off. But you certainly don't want to come behind another foreigner. I wouldn't do it. Some guys that marry women, because they come with that, oh, we're all somebody sloppy seconds. Not like it is over here. Filipinos, they love hard, man. There's nothing off the table. And, I'm just telling you from experience, when you with a woman like that, man, she's going to love you to death once she's into you, because if she's not loving you to death like that, then that's a red flag. And then all of a sudden, you break up and she goes to the next man. Now, I don't want that. And then when you come over here, every time you take her somewhere, she's already been there. And there's ways to tell. If she's too good in bed, a foreigner done taught us some stuff. Because over here, it's very conservative, very religious. And a lot of times it's just the missionary position. It's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that's it. They're not really concerned about getting the woman off. Hey, Roger. He said, last night below freezing in Alabama. Man, I saw that Alabama game, man. What do they call that? The Iron Bowl? He says, only a Pinoy takes her soul. No, we're soul snatchers too, because she becomes a soul snatcher dealing with us. They can't take her we take her to the brink, right to the gates of heaven. She's never been there before. Okay? The women that I've dealt with over here, they've never had an orgasm before. Marilyn was 36 when I met her. She ain't had two that she could remember. Now she gets one every night, basically. They get used to that too, see. That's why a lot of times, you really must be doing something bad if your Filipino leaves you and goes back to a local. But yeah, I saw that game the other night. And see, here's the crazy thing about that. This is why I tell you about sports fans and why you can't take that stuff so serious. Look how fickle they were with that quarterback. Now he's like, I was reading today where he's like a more physical Lamar Jackson type. The guy literally has put Alabama on his back, man. But they benched him. He had a short leash. And they snatched him out. I guess that's all it was, to wake the guy up. But now he's like a world beater, man. Craig Anthony said, that's why I moved to Florida, my bones, man. It ain't funny, he says, LOL. I'm in Spain now, though. Yeah, no, it ain't no joke. And I'm out there in the weather because I can't dress heavy. I'm an insurance agent. So I just got to show up with my suit. I'm sitting there ringing the doorbell. It takes them forever because they're sitting there looking at the prices right. They got the TV sky high. I'm sitting out there freezing. Then when they finally do come and let me in, they got the temperature on 100. So, I don't want to have my suit coat on. My overcoat on, and then I'm sweat through my clothes. Now I can't do any more appointments. So, yeah. I got tired of that. That got old, man. I told myself the last winter, I'm going to be out here, man, dealing with this stuff. The snow. Cedric Giles said there's nothing I would say, but absolutely. I'm sorry to tell you that. So when you decide to deal with a Filipino, make sure you're the first one. Willard Whitfield, hey, thanks, man, for showing up. See, like I said, if you think it's easy, Willard Whitfield and Anthony Williams, they caught a plane from Cebu to Angeli City. There's some expense to go with that. And then Willard said he encountered some turbulence on the way back. Something told me to catch that ferry, Willard. He said the ATM gets me every time. He said, attention alert. Let me get rid of this guy. He said, true story. My wife never had one with her Viet X. It's true. He said, that's cool, Cal. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm talking about a little bit. It's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's what Merlin was telling me. Said he wasn't too interested in getting her off. It was all about him. And I even read that they did a study at the University of Hawaii on Filipino relationships and foreigners, mainly Americans and the guys who were in the Army. And they said that the Filipino comes from a culture where, doing sexual encounters, they wasn't worried so much about themselves getting off, but their partners. He says, I'll take a visit back to the U.S. when it warms up in the spring. Yeah, that's probably when I'll go back. Alexander Neverman says, I remember my mom used to visit her aunt in the winter. It would be so hot in that house, it felt like ants was biting me. Yeah, old people, they're cold. As you get older, and then they turn that furnace, they have a damn furnace. They turn that thing up sky high because they can't hear you. On average, I spent 15 to 20 minutes just ringing the doorbell on the porch. And that cold wind just cutting through me, man. Because they're in there. They think they hear the bell. Because they'll come to the door. They say, I thought that was the bell on the television show. Yeah. So, yeah, I know a lot of you guys are in long distance relationships. A guy reached out to me when I was in Metro Manila, but I was getting ready to leave. He's here. He just got here. He's in a long distance relationship. It's going to hurt him because he's an older guy and she's a young tender, right? Because I see him on Facebook. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. I would say to you, I would come over here, but I don't think I would remember. I don't think I would suggest you getting serious right away. It's hard to do. When you lay down with somebody gets up with feelings. Y'all heard that before, right? If it's you, man, good luck. Moments with Mitch said, just remember, if you feed the appetite of another, you can create a monster that will have to feed whether you feed it or not. And that's true. And that's what happens with us, because they're used to that attention, just like you're going to be used to that attention. So when you're gone, she's going to crave it. She's going to want it. That's why a lot of Filipinos, when they break up with a foreigner, they go with the other foreigner. Now, some, there's always the exception, but once they deal with a foreigner, they never go back, man. They just do. Yeah, the tenderoni is powerful. It's very powerful. He said the yummy six will play when the dog is away. Man, you better hope you got a good one, man. That's all I can tell you. Nothing worse than that. You burning up that money, sending it over here. You worried about her welfare over here. and you freezing over there, and she's in the arms of another man over here. It happens all the time, guys. It's the distance. Okay, remember the first thing we talked about is Jody and Jane. That other man or woman gets in the middle of that long distance relationship and kind of makes up the distance, because she's used to it, you're used to it. Now it's gone. But the distance, man, it's a long, long, long distance relationship. It's not normal. I wouldn't even consider it a real relationship. It's too far away. You're not in Chicago and she's in LA. That's a long distance relationship. Not on the other side of the planet. I would be too embarrassed to tell somebody I was in a long distance relationship with a woman in the Philippines. It sounds ridiculous. Okay? And it really sounds ridiculous. There's no way you can trust somebody that far away. And you're talking about months and months. And, the longer you're away, the more invested you become, guys. Y'all sending money. You know we are. Your feelings are getting more stronger. You're sending more money. And you don't know what the hell's going on over here, man. Think about that, guys, before y'all start getting into these long distance relationships. Just wait. Just wait until you can make that real commitment and stay here all the way or bring her there. Because it's torture. It's no joke, man. And when you go through it, you're going to say, man, that damn Sunshine Shows was right. It's not worth it, man. Hey, Dimitri, living the dream. Thanks for that super sticker, man. Thanks for your support. Yeah, it's not worth the misery, man. You're already over there freezing. Okay. Hey, thank you, Joseph Relaford. He became a YouTube member. And thank you for showing up at the meet and greet, man. I appreciate you. It was nice putting a face to a name. But this is stuff we never think about when we start entering into these relationships. We think it's going to be easy. It's not, man. Once you get on that plane and you see how torturous that is, that's a hell of a ride. And you got to do that every time just to see that woman? Man, it's not worth it, guys. I don't know what y'all thinking. You're just going to take a whole bunch of mess back home with you, all up here. Because some guys over here, I just did a video, they're going to know you in a long distance relationship. And they're going to see you with that woman. Because you done brought her around them, you done dropped your guard. And say, yeah, he's going back next week. I'm going to wait for about a month or two when she's getting weak. And I'm going to ask her out to dinner or something like that. Because y'all think I'll just be on here yapping, man. Listen, there was a woman that just visited us here. Nice looking woman. Committed. Nice shape and everything, right? She's tired of that long distance relationship. She threw it in the garbage. She contacted me and Merlin and said, hey, is anybody you can hook me up with? I'm tired. This is what she said. Y'all think I be joking, man. I'm telling you what's going on, man. They're going to get tired of the shit. You're going to get tired of it. Eventually, you're just going to throw your hands up and say it's too much for the strongest of us. The Beach of Life said, Jody got leave paperwork, but you got to get back on that wheel. Yeah, they're watching. And see, they're going to say, yeah, I'm going to give them about a month or two. Imagine if somebody was really, interested in, like I said, my buddy Quinn. Now, Quentin, he's got his girl pretty wrapped up. I don't think she would fool around, but look how long he's been gone. Probably the only thing that's saving him is there's nobody around there to tempt the girl. And she knows the good things she got, but still, that's a long time. March to now. And, I think he's talking about March. There's going to be like a year before he ever sees the woman again. Man, that's not normal, guys. not normal. And this guy is sharp. He's got his head together. He's not no chump. But he's falling in love, man. He's in that long distance trap. That's what it is. Passport X says, I'm highly interested in the darker skinned Filipinos. Where have you seen them all over, man? If the average temperature here is 82 degrees and the sun will fry you, I don't care where you are in the Philippines. It's 88 right now out there in San Carlos City right now. What time is it? 10 a.m. They're everywhere. There's no certain place. Mr. Passport King says it's easy to drift apart in LDR. So effort, daily communication, chat, video calls will go a long way, even though that daily stuff can be difficult. Yeah, and that kind of makes it worse for me. See, you can't miss what you never had. Now, you come all the way over here. You know, the Filipino's going to turn you out. I'm sorry. She is. And now you got to go back all the way over there. And you're going to see her right there on this screen. It's going to drive you crazy because you know what would be happening if you were there. And every night it's going to be, you can feel it in your bones, man. You know, the days are going to start going by longer. It's going to seem like you're never going to see her again. I wouldn't do it, man. I'm sorry. You know, any of you guys, man, you better get your ass over here and be able to stay and make a real commitment. A lot of times, you know, what I like about the meet and greet, because the guy says, oh, there's only men there. He doesn't realize I didn't put half the people on camera, you know. But a lot of the men, they bring their woman with them. And that's what it was there. But it's always somebody. But it usually don't happen at the meet and greets because there's plenty of women there. And they're usually coupled off. It's usually when they come over to your house or something like that. You know, it's just strange, man. I'm saying to guys, you know, at least have a damn tour guide when you get over here. Because most of the guys that you're going to want to hook up with, they're going to be with somebody over here. It just seems out of place. You know, it doesn't mean you have to get married to the woman or settle down. But at least have somebody with you. Jeff Calvin said, tell it like it is, Cal. It's true, man. You know, you go back all the way over there, man, and oh, my God. Whew. It's going to be tough, man. Yeah, he said, been there, done that, don't do it. Listen to Cal. Yeah, they're not going to listen, man. They think them long-distance relationships are easy. It would be if she lived in Chicago and you lived in Indianapolis. But you're talking about on the other side of the planet. You're talking about this young, attractive, beautiful woman that, you know, just basically melts herself and pours herself over you like gravy on some damn potatoes. I mean, for every day for 2 weeks. And then you go back to that lonely existence over there. And now you got to look at this on the screen every day for the next year. Come on, guys. You know better than that. No way. He said, layaway dreams. Yeah, man, it's tough. Alexander Neverman said, you saying this, my brother, airlines is making a killing on airfare. They are. You know, because guys are, you know, they say, oh, yeah, I'm a player over here. I'm not going to spend any money. You're spending money before you even get over here. You can't get on the plane for free. You know, and it kind of brings me to, I made a video on my Patreon page. It's like, men don't come to the Philippines for the infrastructure. Y'all know why we come here. Okay, it's for the women. And it's like, a lot of videos are out there right now bashing the Philippines, the infrastructure. Oh, you should move to Thailand. You should move to Vietnam. It's like, look, dude, We don't come over here for the infrastructure. The infrastructure is good enough for what we're here to do. Do they got a real mattress? They got hot water in the shower, okay, aircon. We can deal with that. Does the Wi-Fi work half the damn time? See, real men who come over here for what they come over here for, they're not worried about that foolishness, man. If they was, they wouldn't come over here. The Philippines is what it is. It's not like you're going to get surprised when you come over here, but it's not like you're living in the 1800s. That's what they'll make you think, that it's that bad over here. It's not that bad over here. They're doing that stuff for views, but let me make it very clear. Men do not come to the Philippines for the infrastructure. So stop with that foolishness, guys. Stop with that foolishness. Y'all know it. And then most of the guys who are talking that crap, they got a Filipino woman sitting next to them in their new destination, wherever it is, Bali or wherever it is, Thailand. It's a Filipino right with them. So I'm like, come on, man, y'all tripping. A 53 Shades Darker says, people cheat under our nose. Even if you live with them, it takes 5 minutes to handle business. I don't trust no one. Once they are out of sight, it can happen that quick. You know, with women, it's kind of different. You know, unless she's like a bar girl or something like that, or really just promiscuous, women really aren't going to lay down with you unless they have some type of feelings involved. You know, because that way, if a woman cheats, if a woman, I don't even like, cheats, you know, has an affair, I'd rather call it that. You probably best to leave, man, and go. It's not like a man, you know, we can do it without feeling. But a woman, no. A woman, no. But yeah, think twice, guys, before you enter into these relationships. I know it feels good and everything. Yeah, she's my fiance, and we call them our fiance so quick we don't even know him. I feel so sorry for this guy. He's over here, and you know he's in love with the girl already. First time he's ever met her. You know, he's calling us fiance. It's dangerous, man. He's in a dangerous place right now. He has no idea though. But you can't tell grown men anything. You know, this is about his third or fourth fiance. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking. You know, me and Merlin's like, well, he's getting married again? But yeah, they'll do that to you. Dimitri Living the Dream said, Calvin, you spot on about the LDR. It's not for the weak, not for the meek at heart. I'm thankful to have the ability to get back every other month until I can make that final move. See, that's what I was doing. I was coming back, man. The minute my bones start feeling funny, man, I'm coming back over here. Because I'm going to tell you, my son's mother, man, we'd be on screen here. She'd be doing the peekaboo and all that. It's hard for me. I can't do it. And it even got to the point where I wouldn't even be gone a month, man. It's hard to deal with. Hey, Gustavo Moda says, been with my Pinoy wife for 10 years, going to make that move to the Philippines in 3 years. I'm done with the U.S., man. Sounds like a good move. But the Philippines isn't as bad as people think it is. And the very thing that they want to do is start comparing the Philippines against wherever they are. Like, why would you do that? I mean, you know, what's for you is for you. I don't have to take up for the Philippines, but I say I don't see a point in that. Are you trying to convince yourself that you made the right move wherever you went to? Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Because one thing I did like about Angeles City that I didn't talk about on my video was, man, you meet some long-time expats up there. 12 years, 11 years. I'm talking about straight with no break. And then, when you can stay in a place that long, something's right about it. In the Philippines, just you have to find that sweet spot we always talk about. It's over here. But to throw all the Philippines in one basket and say, oh, it's a bad place, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm just letting you know. They don't know what they're talking about, guys, because they know why they came here. They came here, got what they wanted, and left. Now they're going to talk about the Philippines. Okay, I get it, guys. Michael Browning said, what's the longest relationship you know of, Cal? Wow, 17 years for me and my Filipino family? A long distance relationship? I'm saying, okay, so what's the deal? I mean, are you just not going to marry her? Talk to us, man. Help us out. Help us out, guys. Help us out, Michael. What's with a 17-year long distance relationship? You don't want the commitment. She don't want the commitment. What is it? How long are y'all been apart? Are you visiting 3 or 4 times a year? I mean, because it gets expensive no matter how you iron it out. Those plane tickets can start adding up. Imagine how much money you spent just on airline tickets if you add up those 17 years, Michael. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I miss the old school R&B too. They don't make it anymore. Thank God for Spotify and YouTube and all that. When we were coming up, retired 2019, there were so many groups. And the minute one group phased out, here comes another one to take its place. I remember one time, I was in the 9th grade. My first concert I went to was the Whispers and the OJs. Imagine that. My second concert was Brick, Maze, and the Barcades. I was on the front row with my sister. But now it's like, who are the R&B singers anymore? I think the 90s and early 2000s was the end of it. Because they got some nice R&B music in the early 2000s, up to about 2010. Then it's gone now. They're trying to sell me R&B with Sam Smith singing it. I'm sorry, I don't want that. Okay? I don't have nothing against Sam Smith, but he would be way back in the pack back in my day. Imagine I grew up in a day where Luther Vandross, Peebo Bryson, Jeffrey Osborne. Just so many. You can't even, the Earth, Wind, and Fire with, I'm talking about just the lead singers, guys. There was just so much talent. Now it's like, where is it? I think it's in church. I think if you want to listen to R&B music, you have to go to church. Well, he really didn't disrespect me because I ignored him. I don't know what, he made himself look like a fool, really. He came there to make a video. That's what he made. And that was it. He didn't put his hands on anybody. He picked the smallest guy in that whole place to pick on. And then he makes a video. Do you really think he's going to make a video to show the real, what really happened, or something's going to make him look good? I feel sorry for people like that because the Filipino, they don't play with that over here. I feel, if anybody comes over here with that type of attitude, guys, you're not going to last long. That's in a place like Angeli City because he doesn't have that type of reputation. It was all for a video, man. Frank Gall said, don't get into LDRs. What they are is a disaster waiting to happen. I have to agree with you. Man. It's just, I don't know. Tim West said it's hard missing someone, but what will you do if you still have to come back home to work? Don't get involved. Don't get emotionally involved like that. still on the hamster wheel and got ways to go before retirement. Well, you may have to do that K1 if it's real, because I wouldn't put myself through it. He says if you miss her, then get an online job or leave her for the next foreigner. Yeah, and I think that's kind of being real about it. You know, don't waste a young woman's time if you can't be over here with her, because they're going to give you their heart and soul, really. And you're not going to know if she loves you or not, because they're going to treat you the same, because, you know, you're the means to an end. Whether we want to realize that or not. But what we'll do, we'll come over here and we'll tell them all that stuff that they want to hear. You know, they're going to fall for it, and then you're not going to be able to get over here but once a year. It's ridiculous, man. He said, just checking in, Cal. I had breakfast in bed this morning. It's more fun in the Philippines. Now it's time to get up. Yeah, now you know, you make a perfect point right there. Just like what I was saying. You come over here, you're on your honeymoon for all that time, right? She's going to treat you the best you've ever been treated. Anywhere, anyhow, anyway, breakfast in bed, massage, you know, whatever. And now you got to go back to the cold streets of Chicago, back on that hamster wheel, and leave all that behind. Yeah, I think this is 53 Shades Darker channel. Give him some support. He's got 64 videos. Let's get him to 1,000. He's a good guy, man. He's showing some different sides of Philippines. He would really be a good connection for anybody flying into Lapu-Lapu. Yeah, he will be the great connection, really. He's right there at Moncton, Newtown, where a lot of expats are staying. It's like no man's land for me, though, because I know the Philippines. I know that area. You're just like 45 minutes from Cebu. But he knows everything to do around there. See, I don't. Hey, D, thank you. I love the chances. If I could only see the Philippine infrastructure. And who is this? Oh, I thought that was Booby. But yeah, we don't come here for the infrastructure, guys. But this is what these guys want to tell you. I mean, you know why we come over here. And if you come over here and you get what you came for, you're not going to be studying that infrastructure. Okay? It's going to be in her structure is what you're going to be interested in. So don't buy into those videos, man. It's foolishness. You're going to be in her structure. That's all you're worried about. Because the Filipino, like I tell y'all all the time, I'm not trying to make an atomic bomb. So whatever it is I'm trying to do, I can do it over here, man. I live a great life over here. I don't have any problems. But I'm simple, though. I don't need all of that fancy stuff. They talking about hospitals and stuff. Look, man, and I want to give a shout out to Michael Onstadt while I mentioned that, because he came to the meet and greet and he helped like 9 of us. I went ahead and filled out my policy. I filled out a policy with him before, but it was so much trouble because I was doing it online. I wanted it there in person, so if I skipped anything, I needed anything, they could help me, and that's what they did. I took out the 1 million peso policy. It used to be the 500,000 peso policy. It's the same price. It's just $1 million now. That's all I need, man. It's going to help me sleep better at night. And, I don't get paid for this, guys. I'm just trying to help y'all. I took the policy out. At my age, I think it's going to be something like 17,000 pesos a year. or something like that. But remember, it's your health that buys your policy. Okay? But he's got some good plans and everything. Because these guys talking about hospitals, they're looking for a miracle. They know they're not going to step foot in that hospital unless they have a heart attack or something. If they're lucky, because I was came across my Facebook. It was a Canadian that died in Dumageddon. His name was Roderick Smith, 69. They found him dead in his apartment. But the crazy thing about it was he was naked. And I'm like, unless he slept naked, they found him next to his bed. He was naked. But they're saying that he had been sick. But, I don't know. It just kind of sounds strange to me, but I don't know. But my condolences to his family. See, that's it doesn't matter what type of insurance he had and how fancy of the facilities he had close by to him. It wasn't going to help him. Okay, same as with John. We wait till the last minute. We don't do any preventive maintenance. So all of that stuff that they talk about, trying to put the Philippines down. If you're worried about that stuff, then position yourself in a place over here where you got access to all that stuff. You go up there in Angeles City, you're going to have access to it. Good hospital and all of that. Moments with Mitch says the infrastructure here isn't working. I want to lay in a hammock on Sikiho Island while it's an ice storm here. Yeah, my birthday always gets snowed out. Ride the ferries, etc. Yeah, it's a great life over here. I've built a great life over here, and for the people around me. I don't have any complaints, man. He said her infrastructure. Yeah, in her structure. That's what you're worried about, and they know it. Because I looked at a little bit of that video where I think what's the guy? It was two Pauls. I think Paul's Asian Adventure. He was interviewing Old Dog because Old Dog saying, hey, they may move to Thailand, blah blah this, blah blah that. And they were talking about, it's like a slow drip that eventually fills up and runs over. Talking about the problems here. But maybe it is for them. They can, speak for themselves. But you can't put the Philippines all in one basket. It's just not true. A Vegas guy in the Philippines said the killer here is a chismis. Tampo I can handle, but the gossip is endless. It is, but I try to stay away from that gossip. That's why I don't want to learn the language fluently, because now I can hear the gossip. What I don't know won't hurt me. And the less I know, the better off I am. And that's why I don't want to deal with that. He said, guys without options, and that's what happens. That's their only hope, Retard 2019, is that they whip you. And a lot of times it works. You coming over here, your lonely existence over there. Maybe you went through a bad relationship over there. Okay, you're what? Late 40s, mid 50s, early 60s. You come over here as a 20, 25, 30-year-old woman at the top of her game. Never been with a foreigner, willing to try anything that you want. And then by 2 or 3 days, she knows you frontwards and backwards. She's giving it to you the way you want it. You're going to get whipped. Then you go back and it's going to be another 6 to 8 to 10 months before you see her again. Why do that, guys? Why do that? Okay? Yeah, we come here for a good time, guys. You don't come to the Philippines for drama. Don't come over here for drama. This isn't the place for drama. Imagine. Who comes here for drama and then what's the point of being a tough guy over here? I don't get it. Everybody's on vacation here. Maxing around the globe says, you think Elo is a good city for a single guy? Absolutely. Anywhere in that expat alley, if you're new here, you've never been to the Philippines before, you had to settle there first. Don't try to come to San Carlos City first. And all those other little places, Bayawan and all those places, man, you don't come there first. It's not going to work for you. You come here, you get your feet wet. Angeles City, Subic Bay, Metro Manila, Cebu City, Davao, Dumaguete, Cagayan de Oro, Iloilo, General Santos, Zamboanga City, those places like that, those urban cities, Bacolod City, which is right across the bay from Iloilo, but I put Angeles City at the top now. If I'm a new guy, if I'm single, I'm in Angeles City. Iloilo is nice. I mean, trust me, it is. I like it there. But there's nothing on Angeles City. It's all there, guys, for you. I promise you. The hookup is there. Yeah, that part-time lover, man. My God. It's tough, man. Yeah, see, he said they got golfing around Angeles City, too. It's all tailored for foreigners there. And people are talking about the Koreans and stuff. I wasn't there enough to see what they were talking about. And I think if you go into those bars and stuff, maybe they got strict rules, because some of us, we think we can go somewhere and just have the run of the place. We don't have to follow no rules and all that. And that's really all it is. Because all they were trying to do to me, if you watch my video, is get me to come in there. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Al. He said, no place is perfect, no need to compare. But they always want to compare the Philippines to wherever it is they are. And I'm like, well, what's the big deal about that? What are you trying to do? Convince yourself that you made the right decision? I mean, I don't understand it. These grunts over here are living good, man. I talked to guys at that meet and greet, man. They've been in Angeles City for years. They ain't thinking about going nowhere else. They're not thinking about going home. If they don't live in the Angeles City, they live up in Subic or Longapo and those places like that. He said, hey, Ruby, how you doing? Cedric says, you might need help. Ever thought about counseling for intimacy, dependency, or addiction? No, I'm a man with all my faculties. See, that's normal. Yeah, Pandora's another one. He says, unless you're a Filipino airline pilot or flight attendant and can get paid to fly there, otherwise it's a huge expense. It is. Imagine 17 years of a long-distance relationship. Hell, he done paid for 2 or 3 houses over here. My Panay girlfriend said she only had 3 orgasms in her whole life. Yeah, I guess I can change that. Now she called me constantly and texts me all the time. There's no breaks. Yeah, see, that's the point. It's the same thing for most. They're conservative. It's just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. They're more concerned about getting the man off and pleasing him. Well, when you turn that upside down and you hit that button, you push the button, man, they'll kill you over here. You try to look at another woman. They're certainly not going anywhere. Okay. Yeah, the love songs, that it's gone, man. They've frozen us out. Yeah, Happy Man 6920 says LDR for 17 years. He's paid for a lot of houses, a lot of lots, and everything. But I mean, it just depends on his situation. Yeah, he said Sam Smith. Yeah, I'm just saying, that's who they want me to get my R&B from, and I'm like, no, thank you, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cameo. It's just so many, guys. I mean, Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, any of the OJ singers, the Whisper. I mean, it's just so many. Keith Sweat. Yeah. Babyface. When the deal first came out, they had like 3 lead singers. They had Babyface, Carlos, and then they had D. Bristol. You know, After 7, Johnny Gill. Come on, guys. Bobby Brown. There's nothing left now. Stylistic. No. He said, no, MC Hammer, he sampled all that old stuff. Hey, Moments with Mitch, thanks for that super chat. See, yeah, push the button. It's true. I promise you, man, okay, when I came over here in 2009, okay, and not the first woman I was with, because, you know, but when I came back for that 22-year-old, I pushed that button, man, and it was over. I mean, literally over. She would be crying. Well, he's not going to do something like that. See, guys who want drama over here, first of all, I'm asking you, what type of mentality must you have to want drama in the Philippines? I mean, what's it going to prove? You know, can't nobody carry weapons. Most people that you're dealing with here, they're on vacation. They don't want that kind of, I mean, you got to be slow. Of course he's not going to do that anywhere else. He's not going to do it to a Filipino over here. They would kill him. Yeah, Kenny G. It's just so many. Najee. Yeah. It's just so Stephanie Mills. It's just so many, guys. Whitney Houston. You can go on Gladys Knight. The point I'm making is, where in the world is people? Where are they now? Y'all know there's so much talent there, but they've just wiped it out. They're saying, okay, here's what we want to put out here. This old mumble rap and drill music, and these are the big stars now. I don't even know them. Kodak Black, and because something came across my YouTube. It said Kodak Black and his mesmerizing performance at the BET Awards. And I cut it on, and he's a rap song, and I'm like, what is he saying? Why do they call it mesmerizing? It's crazy. But to each his own. I guess it's probably when I was listening to Parliament Funkadelic, not just Knee Deep, Flashlight, and all that, my mother should come in there and be like, this music is driving y'all crazy, turn it down. I guess that's what I sound like now. With all the everybody's the baby, little Uzi, little Dirk. Everybody's little now in the front. Ruby says expats moving to Philippines should first identify what their priorities are in their retirement. Amenities like hospitals, airports, entertainment, or quiet living in province, then search the place. That's exactly what I said earlier. You're exactly right, Ruby. If you're concerned about hospitals and stuff, then situate yourself around a nice hospital up in English City. I mean, for God's sake, take better care of yourself. But English City got that airport right there now that nobody's there. It's like crickets there. But it's so many groups that you can't even name. It was just too many. Atlantic Star, the Delphonics, Shine Temptation, like you said, Dramatics. Look at all those groups. He said, good point. You may never know if she really loves you. You don't, man, because you're the lottery ticket to a lot of them, to the ones we deal with. And she's going to hold on to you just for that fact. Because Philippines have this knack or this ability to treat you as if they love you. They may not even care about you. But you're never going to know. It's going to be your definition of love, because she's going to do everything that you would think a woman who loves you would do. This is the strange thing about these women over here, man, that we can't understand. This is the reason why we end up getting into hot water over here. We don't get a chance to get to know these women. You know, this guy, he's a good guy, the one I'm talking about. But it's like his second, third, or fourth engagement. You don't know these women, man. Why in the world are you calling some woman your fiance? You don't even know her. This is your first time meeting her. I mean, he's in a dangerous spot. Ruby should have a YouTube channel, because she's surely telling the truth. She's saying everything I said. You know, one's happy retirement is different for every individual. No template that fits it all. I made a video that said that. There's no blueprint. You come over here and create your own life. See, the Philippines gives you the clay, guys. Remember, I'm telling you, you come over here and you mold it out of whatever you want to mold. I still got big clumps of clay left, because I'm not done. What time is it? Travis said, what's up, Cal? The Sunshine Shows community. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Henry Kissinger. Well, hell, I thought he was dead already. How old was he? 100? He said, Chicago, forget about it. He said, I will have a lot of questions about a 17-year long distance relationship. I guess he's coming back and forth. I've seen American men send hundreds of thousands of computer bots. I'm not kidding. Of course, they might as well have been computer bots, because I've seen them do the same thing, Mitch, because the women spend the money so fast that it might as well have been a damn robot. It's like taking money and burning it up and throwing it in the garbage, or throwing it on the ground and stepping on it, because they're just not good at managing money, man. But we fall for them like that, because remember, they're going to do things that no woman even would think about doing for you over there, or haven't done for you. You can't even remember. And remember, she looks a whole lot better. She looks different. She's younger. See, when I was in Englishman City and I saw that was going on that walking street, it started making a lot of things make sense to me about how men go crazy over here. But you don't even need to go on walking street. But it just started making things make sense. I said, oh, okay, I see, because there's just women everywhere there. I mean, I'm not saying what they look like and all that. I'm just saying, but they're just there. If that's what you came for, you sure, you know, it's like a candy land. That's what you want. He said, yeah, thank you for answering, Calvin. That's a concern for working men who still have a 9-to-5 at home. Well, I would just wait before I could make that commitment. I'd come over here. I mean, you know, it's a great place to go on vacation, but we're on a hunt when we come over here. And we choose a woman. We don't know who she is, and she's my fiance. So you go back. It's worse now. If you think the peekaboo game, and if you think all that chatting, and, you know, you fall in love with this beautiful face, because they're cute as a button. And the smile, and then the way they're English, they pronounce their words. It's all sweet. It's all gonna draw you in. Now imagine you come over there. You done tasted the fruit. And now you gotta go back. Now when you're looking at her, you're looking at something totally different now. Good luck with that. That's torture. It's torture, and I would not do that to myself. Yeah, it's torture. It's the thigh gap, man. It's not the age gap, it's the thigh gap. Everybody's talking, they're worried about, you know, the age. people really aren't even going to look at you twice. They're going to look at you, and by the time you and that girl pass them, their mind goes back to whatever it is they were thinking about. Yeah, we know why you're here. They know why you're here. I made a video years ago. It was called, he said, I've been there 3 times within the last year. I came to see the naked. Okay. The video is called Love is Just Lust Dressed Up in a 3-piece suit. See, we come over here with the chocolate and the roses, right, and the flowers. By the end of the night, the chocolate's gone and the damn roses is in the garbage. You know, you're in that nappy dugout. You're not studying about all that stuff. And the people over here, they know why you're here. Why would you come all the way over here? You know, they know the power. Yeah, but you heard people say, oh, that's why you like Philippines. They know how to take care of you. You know, the people will tell you that. Yeah, he said, who would want to find the Manila Cebu when you have Clark? See, I didn't even know Clark was as nice as it was. I put it over Cebu. If I'm new, I'm flying into Clark. Because once you get to the Philippines, whether you're in Naia, Mactan, or Clark, you can go just about anywhere in about an hour and 20 minutes. But why not go there to a brand new facility? You don't have to stand in line. Nobody's there. Yeah. Maxwell. Yeah, in her structure. Yeah. Ain't nobody studying about no infrastructure, man. Guys ought to be ashamed. And these are men who know better. Where you going to compare the infrastructure of the Philippines to America or to Thailand or something like that? It's like trying to compare apples to oranges. The Philippines is what it is. I love it here, but it's not because of the infrastructure. But the infrastructure is good enough for me. You see, okay, if you don't think their infrastructure is improving, the airport is part of the infrastructure. They're building just some another gigantic airport up in Luzon somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but I'm thinking it's Bulacan somewhere. Trust me, the money's here, man. The United States and China both have an interest in the Philippines. They're pouring money into this place. Now, you know, if they're going to do right by it, you know, you got to understand that's a whole other story. But some guy says, oh, it's going to take 50 years for the Philippines to. Nah, I doubt it. Yeah, in her structure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said, I traveled to the Philippines for the mangoes. Yeah, or to see the Manila skyline. It's not true. I don't know. I'm not sure because I don't know TJ's situation. TJ may not even come back from Thailand. He's over there living his best life. Hell, I follow him and his girlfriend on Facebook, man, and they're sending back just some amazing shorts and reels and pictures. I'm like, hell, he may not even come back. I don't know about that. I have to disagree. There's a lot. This tropical weather has a lot to do with why we stay here too. I love to wake up in the morning, man, and see that sun shining. He said men would live in Alaska if there were plenty of pretty women there. No, if the Filipino women was there in Alaska, we wouldn't be there, guys. We'd be filling out them K-1 visas. Yeah, he said the birthday suit. Yeah, they found him in, he was naked by the side of his bed. I'm like, that's kind of strange, but some guys sleep naked. But according to the article, he had been complaining of diarrhea. They call it LBM over here, loose bowel movement. He may have been dehydrated. He had a heart attack or something, but they found him in his apartment, 69 years old. He said, need info on that health insurance. Go to health insurance in the Philippines Facebook page. And Michael Onstad is the guy. Yeah, you got to do something. I wouldn't be dealing with these long distance relationships. Let's go over the nemesis again. The number one real nemesis of long distance relationships is this: Jody or Jane. You know, it's always a man or a woman getting in between the long distance relationship. It's going on right here in San Carlos City right now, and it really shocked me because I'm on Facebook and I see the girl. They got all the pictures. She's on the horse with the flowing gown, and he's in like a tuxedo. American guy is with, and now she's with a Filipino man over here. And I don't know if she's told him or not, but she had the, the engagement ring. And that's what happens because people are people. We're human. And this is what happens. The distance. You can't even consider it. This a real relationship. Okay? You can't even consider a real relationship because it's too far away. It's a long, long, long distance relationship. It's ridiculous, really. I would be embarrassed to tell somebody, yeah, I'm in a long distance relationship with a woman in the Philippines. And it's like, where is the Philippines? And then you pull out the map and show them you're literally on the other end of the planet. They're going to laugh at you, man. Yeah, they can't beat the Philippine visa, but they never talk about that. See, they don't talk about that. They just talk about, oh, yeah, the fancy restaurants and, oh, look at the hospital and everything like that. Oh, the infrastructure. They don't tell you that you got to jump through hoops to maintain that visa over there. It's a great expense. Okay? But they don't tell you that, see, every place is not a utopia. See, I want to see one video where they're selling you the other side of Thailand. There has to be another side. There has to be somebody that's dissatisfied with something that's going on over there. There is no perfect place. Is it a great tourist attraction? Absolutely. When you get 49 million tourists visiting your country of 69 million inhabitants, that's phenomenal, man. But there's somebody who's been there long enough that can give you the pros and the cons. All we're getting is the pros. And then all they're giving you is the cons about the Philippines. That's not a good comparison. Bumps and bruises came the closest of anybody I've ever seen. He said, Calvin, there is no comparison. He said, there's only like 9 places that foreigners go to in Thailand. And even fewer in the Philippines. There's just not enough data to do a comparison for real. Okay? It's not. And he was telling the truth. And he named the 8 or 9 places in Thailand that people go to. Of all the Thailand, that's all we go to. Is that little handful of places. Same with the Philippines. But what they want to do whenever they want to compare Thailand and the Philippines, they give you the pros of Thailand and the cons of the Philippines. Well, that's not a comparison. Anyway, hey, Willie Cook, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. That's not a true comparison. Hey, that's Michael Onstad. Hey, put your information up, Michael, because there's some people on here are interested in that insurance policy that you got. One of them policies. So if you could, give me your email in a comment. Yeah, he's here now. Yeah. Yeah. But he says Angley is a pound town. No thing. It's not, man. It's more than that. It's more than that, guys. I promise you. if OG Fred says it's more than that, he knows. OG Fred, I think he's got 2 houses in Ingley City. He's the first one that told me because, look, I've been coming to the Philippines on and off almost 15 years. It'll be 15 years in April. I never went to Ingley City because I thought the same thing, Al. I'm not going up there to that walking street. I'm not into all that, right? Fred said, Calvin, you need to go up there. You'll really like it. And he was right. There's more to it than that. And I was only there for a couple of days. But I could see that there's more to English City than a walking street. I'm telling you, man, I went to T-Bags. And just the people in T-Bags. If you ever got lonely, all you can do is go in there, shoot a couple of games of pool. You're going to get your feel of conversation about America. The people are going to get your jokes, your sarcasm, and all that. You get some good food and whatever it is. Quiet Storms Barine says, Cal, I was in the LDR with a Filipino for 2.5 years. Hold on, guys. Who is this? Hello?
Hi, good morning. This is Jenny po, agent from Atlas Brokerage and Express. Padala balikbayan ba?
Yes, ma'am.
From Sir Cham. And this is Sir Calvin Roach.
Yes, ma'am.
Po, mag-i-inform lang po. I just want to inform you, sir, regarding to the balikbayan box that Sir Sam was sent to you. I just want to inform you that our delivery personnel is in the area of Calatrava. I just want to confirm if you were available to receive anytime today, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here now, waiting.
Okay po. So, your address is Lot 2, Block 6, Margarita Village Extension of San Carlos City, Negros, Occidental, and
yes, ma'am.
We will call you back again, sir, if our delivery personnel is on the way in your area. Please prepare your valid ID and allow our delivery personnel to take pictures, sir, once you receive the package po.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much,
right,
sir.
bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, he says, sorry, guys. That was important. Sam Champion sent me a Balik Band box. It's going to be here today. I thought it was going to be yesterday. And shout out to you, Sam Champion. I'm going to do a video on it because I haven't received one in a long time. And he said this is a good one. So I'm going to do a video. But he says, Cal was in the LDR with a Filipino for 2.5 years. At that time, when I applied for my passport, there was a delay because of demand. She went and got pregnant. 7 days after the baby was born, she's calling me. Yeah, see, I mean, because people are people, Quiet Storms, Marine. And that's what happens. That's what I said up at the top. There's going to be a man or woman who's going to get in between that LDR at some point. Hood Jay says, hey, Calvin, dude tripping, trolling you, giving you shower shoes. They post a video on Tom's channel. Yeah, he came there to make a video. That's all he did. But he pranked me good because, remember, I'm telling you guys that I get gifts all the time. 5 minutes before that, I got a gift, Hood Jay, from Miguel from Singapore. Beautiful insignia from the U.S. Navy. He had it specially made. I don't know how much he paid for that thing. And then 5 minutes later, here come 2 Filipinos in with a bag. He got his 5 minutes of fame. That's all he wanted. He got it. Hey, what's up, Patrick? BlackRock, I see you in Cambodia. He said, Cal be going to Cebu from Baguio City. The way you talking about English City, I may stop there first. Yeah, because you can stop there and then they've got buses and everything that go to English City. I was seeing signs, you know, English City this way. Yeah, push the button. Yeah, stop that. It's torture, guys, but somebody's going to come in the middle of that. But then it's too long away. The pain and misery, okay, of being apart, and you're not sure when you're going to be able to get back because most of us only get 2 weeks over there, and we're lucky if they give us the whole 2 weeks. Who can take out 2 weeks over there? They're going to like, no, you didn't put your You know, you got to put your vacation time in way in, before you leave, and then they have to approve it and all of that. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, but he's not. When is the last time Usher had a hit song? Yeah, James Brown. Yeah, a lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't, Ruby. A lot of them have never been to the Philippines before. They were servicemen, but you got the hookup up there. If they're trying to get their disability taken care of, if they're trying to find a condominium, the hot spots, the food spots, whatever it is, you got the hookup. Somebody can point you in the right direction. It's hard to find in these other places because it's so spread out. In Angeli City, it's concentrated right in that little general area. But a lot of them, you're right, a lot of them have been stationed there. That's why they come back. Sammy Davis was stationed there because he was telling me, he said, Calvin, this is nothing. He said, as far as you can see both ways down the street, I think it was, I can't think of the name of the street. It may have been MacArthur. He said it was nothing but clubs on both sides. Yeah, we said, yeah, it's familiar to them. He said, don't forget Keith Sweat. Yeah, we talked about Keith Sweat. No, I listened to Kenny G. I went to see him. Hey, look, guys, it doesn't matter about color. AWB, the Average White Band. Check them out, Angelo. Michael McDonald, the Bee Gees. I'm just talking about good music. Sam Smith has some all right music, but hell, it's nothing like the old days. Even when I was little, I listened to the damn Osmonds. What? They're saying that the Valley Bandbox is in Calatrava now. They want to make sure we're here. So Calatrava is about 15 minutes from here. Yeah, Isley Brothers. See, I forgot about Isley Brothers. It's too many that I can't even remember. Bootsy Collins, yeah. Parliament Funkadelic. Bobby Caldwell's white. It has nothing to do with color, guys. I promise you. But there's no originality. It's just they say, okay, we got R&B, but here, Sam Smith's going to give it to you. It's nothing to do with that, man. Trust me. If anybody was prejudiced, it should be me, but I'm not. Because there's no benefit in that. Where do I get the benefit of that? And people get racism and hate mixed up. Yeah, Barry White, man, forgot about that. Yeah, Bruno Mars is, he went back and whoever his management is, whoever's leading him on, gave him some great information. Listen to the album before, not the album before 24/7, but the album before that. And you're going to see he was pop, man. He was totally different. I mean, he made some good music, but nothing like that 24/7 album. I mean, 24 Karat Gold album. All he did was just remade those songs. Some of that stuff, he sounds like Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson. He turned it out, man. I love that album. Yeah, he says, what do they say about long distance relationships? Love from afar, happy before. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's a long distance relationship. It's not natural. Yeah, Lou Rawls. It's too many. What's the other guy that sings One in a Million? Larry Graham. Yeah, even Harold Melvin. All the Motown groups. But it's so far away that you wouldn't be able to trust a woman, man. And she certainly couldn't trust you. I wouldn't tell anybody. If I'm in a long distance relationship, keep it to yourself, guys. Don't tell anybody because they're going to talk about you. Yeah, Heat Wave, I forgot all about. Donny Hathaway. See, y'all making my point. There was always somebody to take the place of the people who had faded out. But now it's like they said, okay, we don't even want to make any more R&B music. We're taking black people out of the music industry. And this is where black people have to say, okay, because remember, we put on, as black men, we put up this facade of strength that we're handling everything. We're all in control, okay? When really we're not. We don't own anything. We don't run anything. This is where we could easily step up and say, okay, I'm not going to wait on you, to put out an album. We're going to continue this R&B trend because we have the money, but we don't have the mentality. We're always waiting for somebody else to do it for us instead of doing it for ourselves. But we put on this facade of strength like, yeah, we running shit. You ain't running nothing. Because a lot of the stuff, especially with this music, that's why I can respect Filipinos. They have original Filipino music over here. Yeah, they revive a lot of the old hits, but they've got something called original Filipino music that they continue to make. They're not listening to the record companies and all that. That music is always going to be around. The old, and then it just transitions into the new and it keeps going. That's what we should have did with our music. But we let somebody else who controls our music do with it what they wanted to do, and they threw it in the trash. Okay? But see, a lot of people they're buying subscriptions and stuff. They're buying subs and views and stuff because they don't have what it takes. See, people are jealous of the Sunshine Shoulders family. The guy called me the ambassador, man, sent chills through me. He's like, man, I'm here. I'm all the way here from Oslo. So, boo, I had to meet you, he said. And thank you, he said, for helping me through a crisis he was going through. And the guy turned out to be one of the nicest couples we've ever met. Type of couple we want to hang out with, but he's just one of thousands of people that have told me that. The algorithm, guys, cannot measure that. They crunch numbers and different variables. How long have they been watching his channel and all this and how many, comments. But the algorithm has no feeling. It cannot feel. So it doesn't know how important channels like mine and others are. They're very important. It has no idea the value. So it's just going by these old funky numbers. And they will wipe you off the map if y'all let them do it. It's the truth, man. Yeah, confunction. Come on, man. Y'all making my point for me. But we don't own our music. We don't control it. So that's why they were able to just throw it in the trash. Now we're naming all these groups, all this talent. The talent is still out there. But they have nowhere to direct it. So guess what? They have to go to church. If you want to hear the great music, the great singers, you got to go to church now. Well, no, not 70% of the time. No, I never said that. No, I don't think that. I'm just saying that I don't want to know when they're talking. The guy was saying Vegas in the Philippines. He said the chismis, which is the gossip. He said that's what he doesn't like here. As long as you can stay out of that gossip, people are going to gossip. But it's not 70% of the time. And if I don't understand them, then it's not going to bother me. You could talk about me all you want. If I don't know what you're saying, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Hey, Jessica K channel. How you doing? Welcome. He says, I have old school music in my channel playlist. Yeah, but we want some new school R&B. R&B should have kept on going because the talent was there. The writers were there. But the music industry that we don't control our music, we don't own it, they saying we don't want it anymore. They were speaking for a whole population of people. Only a handful of men made that decision. Well, the 40 million people that say, no, we want that music to keep going. Nobody steps up and takes control of that. But they always stepping about, oh, he's got $1 billion. Well, do something with it. Quit doing this. Quit following behind their footsteps. We need some originality, like that guy said. You know, when you're going to really do something for the community, that's what I'm talking about. Where is your legacy for real? Because you got $1 billion, you're following behind somebody else who doesn't have our best interest at hand. You guys aren't doing anything, man, that's going to help us out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And he knows, this guy right here is a part of the music industry. He's very talented. He said the record companies are responsible for trying to phase out R&B music, just as they did with funk. That music would never die. It won't, but now it's kind of like underground. I'm saying, Xavier, you know you can agree with me. That music should have never faded. The talent is there. But they're saying there's no demand for it. It's not true. It is. Why do you think these old groups, New Edition, are still touring after 40 years? Because people want to hear that music. Everybody's coming out now. The SOS Band, Atlantic Star, they're all coming back. You can see them now because there's no Midnight Star. Never went anywhere, but they haven't come out with any more music because they're waiting on a record company to sign them to a deal. You don't have to do that. You know, but all these old, Magic Johnson, what they do with their money? Go and buy a baseball team. It's all about money with us. Thank you, Kevin, Curtis. I appreciate your support. Yeah, this is what I've been saying. Instead of somebody that's in the music industry, like, P. Diddy, right? But instead of him taking his influence and saying, okay, instead of being the gatekeeper for the record companies, the distributor, see, it's more than just a record company. Wait, where's this guy's? It's more than just a record company. We're talking about we need a distributorship. We need people who can actually manufacture those CDs or whatever it is they're playing music on. I'm talking about we need it from the studio all the way to the record store, man. We never had that type of control. This is what we need. But we'll sell out, man. Robert Johnson, is that his name? That sold out BET. Yeah, they getting the money now. Yeah, that's always been the case. But we're saying, Jacob Tanjay, is this is some of the greatest music that's ever been made. Now all of a sudden, just one day you wake up and it's gone. I was like, who made that decision? We didn't. Yeah, that's the only way they can play. Willie Cook. It's the only way they can play. We had so much talent, man. It was just a never-ending pool of talent. It's still out there, but it has no direction. Yeah, Al Jarreau. Yeah, see, Babyface, he can continue to tour because there's no new Babyface out there making good music. Yeah, but it's not new. It's not new, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. That's the problem. But let's get back to this. Okay, we talked about the distance, a long, long, long distance. That's a nemesis of you. If you have a long distance relationship with a Filipino, don't tell anybody. That's embarrassing, man. Okay? Don't tell anybody that. The pain and misery we talked about that of being apart and not sure when you'll see each other again. You get 2 weeks out of the year. You can take 1 week of that. You bully yourself and take 2. And then you can't see her again for another 6, 8, 10 months. My God. She's already turned you upside down, spins you around, and everything else you could think of. Now when you look at her through that screen, it's different. And the longer you're apart, the more emotionally invested you become. The more money you spend. It becomes more expensive, guys. Think about this before you start getting in these long distance relationships. It only benefits her. It doesn't benefit you because you're going to send the money there. She's got a job now. Your dumb ass. But you're talking about, you're emotionally. You're talking about she's my fiance. You're making plans when they're living day to day over here. Long as you keep sending that damn money, she's going to be your fiance. There's no benefit for you for doing that. The benefit is all hers. You're going to keep spending that money. And it's going to get more and more. Because once she figures she got you emotionally, y'all heard Marilyn say it. Marilyn, it's the typical Filipino. She said, we're trying to get them to fall in love. That's what we're trying to do. Once they do that, they got you, man. You're going to start doing the stupid stuff I see men doing over here. Then they get mad at me because I share it to try to help somebody else. Telling you that when you give them that money, it's like burning it up. They don't know what to do with it. The man gave Marilyn's sister like 3 million pesos altogether. 1.3 million at one time. She don't have 2 pesos to rub together right now. I'm not picking on her. I'm telling you this to save your ass from spending some money. You never give somebody that kind of money over here, man. Crazy. Yeah, you're crazy. But that's what happens when you're chatting. They're pulling you in. If you're sending that kind of money when you're chatting, guess what happens? When she puts that whip appeal on you, like Babyface said. Put that damn whip appeal on you, you ain't got a chance in hell when you go back to wherever you come from. Yeah, it's not worth the money. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, you know, when you tell them the truth, people get mad. They don't want to hear the truth. But it is. All I'm saying is be leery of these long distance relationships, guys, because it's not even real. You're too far away. It's not Chicago and LA. That would be a long distance relationship, or Manila and Dumaguete. Not Louisville, Kentucky and Manila. You should have your damn head examined. Saying you got a damn long distance relationship with a woman in Manila and you live in Oklahoma City some damn where. Yeah, the Jackson 5. Yeah, the Osmonds. Yeah. No, nope. Sorry. But, you know, this is your thing. It's like night and day. Okay. He said, find yourself an American-born Filipino in San Francisco, Honolulu, Las Vegas. All you're doing is marrying an American woman, man. It's totally different. When I brought my wife over to the America, you know, the first thing we do, go back and watch that video. Stop. Don't bring your Filipino wife or girlfriend home. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just talking about the risk involved when you do it. The first mistake we made is we find that local Catholic mass that they go to once a month, and we take them there. Well, I took my wife there, and you see these American-born Filipinos, nationalized Filipinos that's been there for years. They pulling up in the BMWs or Mercedes, and everybody's got the Michael Kors bags, and I mean, they got their nose stuck up in the air, just like an American. It's terrible, man. It's a good thing I'd already been dealing, coming back and forth to the Philippines for 5 years when I saw that. Because if that would have been my first impression of Filipinos, I would have never come over here. That's like night and day. You don't want that. You're just going to get an American with a beautiful face and long hair. If you want a Filipino, you got to get, I want the original. I don't want the crispy. That's the crispy over there. Remember KFC? The original and the crispy, you got to say which one you want. I want the original over here. Yeah, I'll beat your life. Yeah. You say, oh, what the hell she do with that money? Your guess is good as mine. She didn't save it. She wasted it. Because first of all, she didn't earn it. A lot of Filipinos who are overseas workers and who get that opportunity to go to America, Britain, Canada, make that good money, they earning it. They're smart with it. They're buying property. They're building houses and stuff like that. They're making their families over here rich. But when we're over there sending the woman money and she's never earned it, it doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit anybody at all. But whoever she's spending it with, but it's really, no, I'm saying don't go on dating sites if you don't know what you're doing. 99% of us meet our women on dating sites. But the problem is if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, there's guys who don't know how to navigate the dating site. So why are you on them then? Every favorite that the guy had looked like an Instagram model. None of them was real. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? None of these women are real. Because he doesn't realize you got to deal with the real-looking women. The ones that you think are homely looking, they look a whole lot better in person. Okay, a 24-year-old is going to look a whole lot more better to you in person when you meet her. And you're 64. But you're going for all of these damn Instagram models and filtered photos and the woman in a bikini and she's on the beach in Boracay. Man, come on, stay away from all that. Or the minute you get online, her green light's on. Stay away from green means stop. Red means go on the dating site. Yeah, see? This is what's happening, man. I mean, because it's their mentality. They have low self-esteem. And the young Filipino, she's telling them everything. They know what to do. They're being schooled over here. Remember the support group? This is what I'm trying to start with us. But when I'm trying to give y'all information and we trying to share information, people don't want to take it and use it. It's not like the Filipina. They're telling each other, just make sure he falls in love. When I met my son's mother, man, it was like a wonderful night. The next morning, I'm like, where did that come from? She said, I'm going to be honest with you. My friend told me to do whatever you wanted to do. Her friend is schooling her. But if we try to school each other, we don't want to listen. I got this. No, you don't got this. You don't got it. I'm sorry. But they get it. And that's why she wins with that pair of deuces. You come over here at the Royal Flush, the Flaming Royal Flush. There's no higher hand in the deck. You're literally a diamond falling from the sky when your plane lands. But you end up losing. What time is it? Travel says, my girlfriend's sister chats with a man online. He sends her 40,000 pesos a month. She has a Filipino boyfriend. Stop sending money, guys. Yeah. And this is probably before she's ever even met him. Because the man that was sending Marilyn's sister the money, he'd never met her before. It was only online. Imagine, had he ever met the girl? So then what happens? He meets a woman over here, and he spent even more now. But they'll get mad at me. I don't care, it's your money. But I've never said anybody's name or anything. Nobody even knows I'm talking about him but him. But he's mad at me because of it. And I'm saying, look, man, don't take it personal. We're trying to help each other. I was trying to help you, but you won't listen. Yeah, the Catholic Mass, man, that's where they meet them. You meet the one that's been over there for 25 years, and she schools you, and she's going to look you up and down and give your girlfriend or wife her okay or whatever, man. I'm telling you, that's a treacherous place there, guys. Then, she's going to meet those 5 or 6 Filipinos and form that clique that's going to become an important part of her life. They're going to meet 2 or 3, 4 times a month, speak their language, eat their food. That's powerful, man. They're very, very powerful. That's an advantage they have all around the world. We don't have that. We can't stay together for 5 minutes. We're arguing about something stupid. Yeah, but see, you're the exception, really. He says, hypothetically, I think I could. Well, if you never did it, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't even take you serious. You're saying hypothetically. No. Okay, we'll see. Don't you think every man, Cedric, has that same mindset? It's our ego, I can do it. I can handle it. Okay. Frank L said, San Francisco Filipino, he said, man, don't make me laugh. Yeah, he knows he's out that way, but those guys, they just want the look. No, I want the nature, what I want. And it's totally different. It's like a shell. That's a Filipino shell over there. This is the real Filipino over here. Yes, a thin line between love and lust. It's a very thin line. If you look up the definition of lust, it's like immediate. Love, it takes time. Love develops over time, no matter what it is. There is no love at first sight. It's that's lust is what you're feeling. The feeling is the same, but it's not the same. He said, marrying an American or Western-born Filipino is potentially making the same mistake. That's right. It is. It's not potentially. You're exactly right, Rick. It is making the same mistake. She's going to have the same tendencies, the same attitude and everything. And he said, what time is it travel? Wow, that's crazy. I know exactly what you're saying, bro. It's saying. Well, listen. How many times I tell you about the story of the man, one of my subscribers who came over here for 3 days now. The Filipino turned him out in 3 days. He's sending a $40,000 per month. And then the Japanese guy, well, and then of course they get engaged over here, not realizing that the woman is already engaged to a Japanese man. He's sending a $30,000 per month. How does he find out? He's already filled out the visa forms, which he stopped. Her best friend, jealous, told her, said, yeah, you're a good man, and I don't think you should deserve this. She's already engaged to a Japanese man. So she was getting $70,000 pesos per month just for being somebody's girlfriend. But this is what the long distance relationship does. It messes with your mind. It's a mental thing. You can't do it. It's not real, guys. I would be embarrassed to tell somebody I'm in a relationship with a woman living on the other side of the planet. Do you know how hard it is to get over here? It's not like you can just, get on a Greyhound bus and you're there. It's a treacherous trip, man. It's expensive. And you become emotionally involved. She gets the benefit of that. So yeah, when you come over here, she's going to bend over backwards. She's going to give you breakfast in bed. Oh, she's going to give you the Filipino makeover. Oh, you look so much younger. I'm 60. Oh, I didn't think you was 40. And you say, oh, I need to lose weight. Huh? You look smaller now than you did on the camera. Everything about you is going to be better. That's the Filipino makeover. And y'all know I'm not lying. This guy's over here right now. You know she's doing that to you right now. And the family. You get him, oh, he's 64. But at home, they think you're 74. But over here, oh, we didn't think you were no more than 40. You look good for your age. And you say, well, how much do you weigh? I weigh 250. I didn't think you weighed any more than maybe 80 kilos. They give you that. You're more handsome. Oh, you so guapo, they'll tell you. Merle's sitting right here. She knows I'm not lying. But we fall for it. Because she's already giving you the peekaboo over there. She's already better than any woman you've ever had, any woman you could dream of. See, we're dealing with a fantasy up here. You've already sent money. So when you get over here, oh, she comes out of her clothes and you're done. There's no defense against that. So then 2 weeks later, you mesmerize, you go back home. The money increases. You start sending more money. You're falling deeper in love, and she's not really thinking about you for real. Because she don't want a long-distance relationship. Filipinos don't want long-distance relationship. They want somebody that can stay here with them. As long as you send in that money, she's going to do whatever you want to do. She's going to tell you whatever you want to tell you till the next time you come. You don't know what's going on in between that time. Because there's no intimacy. That's what I got on here. She doesn't put the whip appeal on you, the Filipino tune-up, with a free oil change and lube job, and your mind is blown. You don't know what to do. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience says the one Filipino I actually met from Angeles visiting America told me she wanted a sponsor. When she saw I was actually coming to the Philippines, she played sweetheart prior to that. Then I saw game in her. Yeah, because they know your plans are not theirs. He said she was college educated with a Pinoy boyfriend too. He says, yeah, but Cal, my LDR quit her job to make time for me when I went to see her. I'm married for 12 years and can't wait to meet you. Great show. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they don't work out. I'm saying that they're torture. Now, you have to be honest, man. You know that it was torture before you got married to her, before you were able to make that real commitment, Wes. Come on, talk to us. Help us. Be honest. There's no way you can come here and then you end up marrying her, so you fell in love with her. You saw something that you knew. She was doing some things. You knew, hey, this is the one. So what did you feel like when you had to go back to America or Canada or wherever you're from and you had to leave her behind? I know what you felt like. You could feel it all the way in your bones. That woman that whipped you and gave you all that attention and all that good time, and they treat you like a king and roll out the brightest red carpet. Then you got to leave and go back home, back to reality. You know it. It's not normal, man. Hey, Gisley, Ganalem, he said, finally, I caught you live, brother. Thank you. He said, I call it the Filipino indoctrination. Yeah, that's what it is. That's a great name for it. Yeah. Yeah, it is built. It develops over time. Anything else is infatuation, man. I'm sorry. I don't care. A lot of you guys is in denial. I congratulate Wes Garland because he made that real commitment. He hung in there, but it was hell. Imagine, y'all think that all I got to do is fill out the K-1, take it to the embassy, and it's going to be approved. No, that shit takes a long time. And they're backed up now because of that damn pandemic and lockdown. Yeah. Hey, Phil Lawrence, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, I sent $12,000 to a Filipino for dinner work. $6,000 for the first visit, $4,000 for the second, and $2,000 for rice. She made the first visit. Dennis says she did not return. I blocked her. Yeah, they've got all kind of games, Phil. But once they her booby, she just woke up from her. Show them your nails, booby. She did my nails. I took it off. Once they get you emotionally involved, man, and you start being sympathetic to their needs and everything, you can't win that fight. See, Wes, thank you. He said, no, it wasn't easy, but after 7 months, it was reality. It was well worth the wait. Yeah, but I know that 7 months was hell. And you hung in there, man. A lot of guys, of course it was well worth it. I can imagine. He says, how old are you, Cal? I'm 60. Yeah, you get it all. She's willing to try anything. But we don't want to help each other. They help each other and they end up winning. Man, I've seen Filipinos come from nothing. Come over there, man. They running $1 million businesses, man. I saw a woman, man, on her Facebook page. This is no lie. This is how bold they are, some of them. She's showing where she's taking money out of her husband's account to come to the Philippines. $16,000 he gave her to come to the Philippines by herself. Crazy, man. Yeah, Jeffrey, because you know I'm telling the truth. Because you're a veteran, man. You know they got to get up early in the morning, man, to fool me and you. It's Pacific Cross. It's into underwriters right now. They'll look at my history. They'll see I'm not on any medications or anything. It's through Michael Onstead. Go to, he never did put his email on here. But go to Health Insurance in the Philippines Facebook page. He said, hey, Booby. Everybody's saying, hey, Booby. Booby went to school today. And see, now, like I said, it's a gimmick with these women. They may be in 3 or 4 long-distance relationships at once. They're living good over here, man. I mean, we've raised the standard of living for a lot of these women over here, man. They'll never be the same. They're going to have to keep it going. But we won't listen. One of Marilyn's friends, and this is true, she's dealing with a Filipino man, a Japanese guy, and an American guy. She's trying to juggle it because the American guy was supposed to have been coming over. She had to change it because the Japanese guy was coming over. Then she's seeing the Filipino man. And these women look innocent. You think, no way. You can't see behind that cute face, that innocent face. You got to come over here, and you got to come over here for a few times. Okay? Before you figure this out, man. I'm learning new stuff all the time. Oh no, we came back home, Miss Pee Wee Barnes. She says, or she says, "Hey Cal, you in Mangalese?" Now we were there Saturday and Sunday. Well, actually no, Friday and Saturday. We left Sunday. Just curious, you've been to Walker Street? I did. We enjoyed it. It's a spectacle, and just people watching. I met a lot of people on Walker Street, mainly Americans. He says, "I'm not torturing myself again." I don't blame you. You know, thank you, boo. What is this? Get out of here. But I think if you're in a relationship with a Filipino, I don't care if she's there with you now, and I'm here with Merle. We're all in long distance relationships because there's going to be a time I'm going to have to go home and visit my family, whatever it is. And unless Merlin's got that tourist visa, which she can get, it's going to be a long distance again. Even worse. Yeah, King B Stacker. Now, see, he's been here, and he'll tell you, man, he's got a nice woman, man. I know he misses his woman. And I'm trying to think, when were you here, King B? Was that March and April? When was that? He says, I spent $16,000 on my fiance's 2 crowns. I was there, though, and paid it in person. Yeah. See? Now, tell us about your feelings in your long-distance relationship. Because he's got a real relationship. They spent every minute together. And now, all of a sudden, he wakes up, and he's back in the mountains of, I think he's from North Carolina. And I know there was a void there. It's there for everybody that's been here and has to go back home. Wes Garland says, the only time I was lonely was when I bought concert tickets to see Sade and John Legend, and her flight was delayed. We will be in Philippines in 2 years. You really must have been keeping yourself busy. I mean, you know, because I'm pretty sure your wife turns you inside out the first time you came and saw her. And a few times, you know, it sounds to me like y'all really hit it off and you went directly back and started that process. Passport X says, I chatted with 3 incredible, beautiful Filipino women. I had to stop. They were like mermaids. Yeah, especially, this is one of the reasons why I suggest, I can't make you do anything. You grown men. I suggest that you don't start chatting with these women until you're about a week out from being here. Otherwise, why would you want to do that to yourself? I mean, they're cute as a button, man. Eventually, something's going to happen. Something's going to click. You're going to send that money. A Golden Gate says, Calvin, they say positivity and healthy lifestyle is infectious. As Merlin's healthy workout habits rubbed off on her sister. No, I don't think any of them work out. As a matter of fact. But she tried before, didn't she? Hun? Yeah. But she quit. Yeah, triple dipping. Yeah, a lot of women are doing that. They're juggling guys over here. Yeah, they think we got game. We do in our home countries, but not over here. They got the game over here. Booby's new mermaid. Yeah. You know, we're at their mercy over here, but we don't believe it. We can't understand the language. We don't know where we're going. We don't even know where we are. We don't know the good guys from the bad guys, but we try to come over here and run game. Women are sitting back looking at you laughing. Yeah, I'm you know, we're going to, our first order of business is the CRBA for Booby. I could sleep better at night. I mean, it's nothing. Pumpkin Joe, he's got his 2 girls. He said he had problems because he said they thought he was a Filipino. Okay, Roger. He said, say hello to Booby, yeah. Of course. He said, Cal, my brother's dating a girl from Cebu. She said she was a doctor, but he discovered she worked at Jollibee. And, you know, okay, June. Okay, yeah. So September, So you've been gone almost 3 months, man. Damn. Does it hurt, man? Be honest. He said, yeah, you're right. You have to come over a couple of times to figure it all out. You do. But some of us don't do it. Some of us we're very fortunate only because most of the women we meet over here, man, the overwhelming majority, they're good women. That's the only thing saves us because we do some weird stuff, man. Y'all saw James come over here and get married, meeting a woman for the first time on his first trip. He gets married. Don't do that, man. Only thing that's going to save him, the woman he married, more likely is a good woman. You know, that's the only thing going to save him. But he done the stupidest thing you could possibly ever do. Crazy. I mean, and then they'll say, oh, I just knew it. I could see it. No, you couldn't. Can't see nothing. You don't know the difference between that woman and anybody else. I saw a video somebody made. He said, why do foreigners keep making the same mistakes over and over? I didn't click on it because it was from a troll channel, but he was hitting on something. It's nothing new. It's because we won't listen to each other. We think that we're the exception. And when you're dealing with grown men, it's hard to get through. Yeah, he got married right away. And see, James, y'all don't realize, but James, one of his eyes is missing or something because he's got a channel. James got a channel. I think it's Story Time with James. Look it up. It's Story Time with W-I-T James. You'll see his eye. 18 to 80 over here. He got him one. But he says, LOL, Cal. I'm still pissed with that embassy officer. I also never got that pen for my kids. Yeah, they thought Pumpkin Joe was from the Philippines. So they had to do some background check on him. Yeah, he said, meanwhile, Mike couldn't get a date. Mike was out there. Mike was a good guy. He was funny. And he eventually would have found somebody. Just like Geechee Lion eventually is going to find somebody. You know. But she's going to basically have to find them. If you walk around here, which they're just basically stumbling around here, he reminds me so much of Mike. That they're going to stumble into somebody. And they're going to go, oh, you know. And that's how he's going to end up meeting somebody. But Mike would eventually met somebody because they done saw. Mike wasn't no joke, man. Mike, you know, had a thriving business in Canada. Yeah, he was. I tried to help him on the dating site. Him and another guy, they couldn't get it. They were too serious about it. And they were going for just the top of the line women. I was like, these aren't real women. You know, bring your expectation down a little bit. And I guarantee you're going to find somebody. But they wouldn't do it. You go on their favorite list and you'll see the Kim Kardashian lookalikes. And I'm like, those aren't even Filipinas, man. But they won't let you help them. Yeah, Mike was a trip. He was funny, man. But one thing I can say about Mike, he gave me that book, Private Dancer. And boy, I really love that book. Let me see if I can get my theme song to play. This damn phone tripping. It's been so long since I heard it because I was using my phone instead of it's still buffering. But do I got enough time? Yeah, I got enough time to start this phone over. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna wait. But yeah, Mike was a trip. He was funny though. He was a good guy, really. Then he brought his sons over here. One son couldn't handle it. He went back home. The other son went with him to Thailand. Then they went to Vietnam. Then they went home. Mike Dorsonville said, I did 2 years of LDR in the beginning, but one thing that saved me, I was patient and very observant. Yeah, but how did that feel, though, man? Am I lying about, the pain and misery of being apart, man? I'm sure your wife gave you the whip appeal, and, there's no intimacy between you two. All you're doing is looking at on the screen, knowing what you're missing. You literally got x-ray vision now. You can see through her clothes no matter what she's got on. You know what's underneath there. It's crazy, man. I've done it. But I didn't stay away long, man, because I knew better. My son's mother, man, she was sexy, man, and she would do anything I asked her to do. And it would just make things worse. Because I knew what was going to happen when I got there. That's what made it worse. She's a good woman, man. She's having a house built by Habitat for Humanity in America right now. She's real ambitious, man. She worked 2 jobs, built a family a home here in the mountains, but she was crazy about me. It's just the timing wasn't right. And that's really what it was. But when I came in, she would always meet me at the airport. And we'll get back to our apartment, and she'll have the pillow on the side of the bed. You know what that was for her knees. I mean, she was a good one, man. I know what they'll do. You can't tell me what they won't do. They will. They will whip you, man. You ain't going to have a chance at that. He got Cedric. He says, hypothetically, I can handle that. Come on, man. Really? No, you can't. You haven't dealt anything that looked like what's waiting for you over here. Hey, thanks, Roger, man. I appreciate you, man, for real. You guys said hypothetically. I had to shut you down, Cedric, when you said that. I thought you said, you had been over here and everything was everything. But no, if you've never experienced that, talk to me after you experience that. Because the pillow would be right in front of the damn bed.
The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, thank y'all so much for all your super chat, super stickers, your memberships, guys. I got a goal of 500, man, to offset that algorithm. Y'all think I'm playing. They trying to delete me. What they're trying to do, but they can only measure and crunch those damn numbers, man. They don't really know the value that channels like mine and others have. Okay? Jonathan Robinson says, going back to Manila for the second time to see my LDR of 2 years. Penai for the holidays. Anything to watch out during the holiday celebration? No. Man, you coming here at the right time. Nobody does Christmas like Filipinos. You'll have the time of your life. It's just going to draw you in even further, man. Wes says, to be honest, I did everything you and others tell guys what not to do. I'm just thinking I was just lucky, but glad I took the chance. No, you weren't lucky. You don't get lucky over here, Wes. You get unlucky. I just said it. Only thing that saves us is the women that we meet are really good women. That's the only thing that saves us because like you, we all stick our neck out there. But thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it, man. I mean, that's no joke. King B. Stacker, man, when you coming back to see us, man? What's up, W Secrets of Success? Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all next time. Go check out my video if you haven't checked it out. Keep them single men away from your woman over here. If you got a long distance relationship, don't tell anybody, man. Keep a secret. Because once they know you back in America, they're going to be creeping around your doorstep.